Another live session, and right now it is a Saturday. Oh, look at the way the perfume is dangling all over the place. So, what's up, everybody? Okay, this air purifier is making a lot of noise. Let's turn that off. Actually, let's turn off the car only off so that it doesn't make much sound. What's up, guys? What's happening on the weekend? You know what happened this week? We were trying to shoot a lot of stuff, and every time we ventured out, before we ventured out, the weather was really nice, hot, bright, and sunny. And as soon as we stepped out, it started raining. And today, now, because the Saturday, we are not shooting on a Saturday, of course, it's bright and sunny. The weather gods really don't like us. So, what's up, guys? And right now, I am sitting inside a car, which I'm sure you guys can guess. Meanwhile, been really little busy this week, and we're back to basics, or rather back to base, because abhi lockdown has started again. So there's a lockdown which is happening in Thane and Navi Mumbai. I think Thane is extended 19, Navi Mumbai is still 13. Pune mein lockdown is announced from 13 to I think 10 days, 23rd, whatever. This thing is going to be never ending. This lockdown will continue going on and on and on, which is kind of unfortunate, because it doesn't solve the purpose. I mean, okay, fine, you want to do a lockdown, please go ahead, but at least allow people to work with some amount of workforce. Because what government is doing, government offices are open, government employees can work and all. What about private sector? Yeah, we're being hammered right, left, and center. I mean, not all of us can work from home. Anyways, what's up, guys? What is happening on a Saturday weekend, right? Okay, a lot of people have been talking about boycotting Chinese and this, that, blah, blah, blah. I need to tell you one thing, guys. First and foremost, stop commenting all this from your Chinese phones, firstly. Secondly, please do some research. Do you know a majority of components in Tata cars, in Mahindra cars, in Maruti cars actually come from China? They've gone openly ahead and said that, our production has been disrupted because of the coronavirus. This is 4-5 months back when the virus happened in China, not anywhere else on the earth. Everybody was saying, like all the brands like Maruti, Tata, and Mahindra to be specific, that their production is disrupted because they get a lot of their materials from China. Tata has a massive JV with Chery. Okay, Chery is a Chinese company. Volvo is owned by Chinese. Benelli is owned by Chinese. So अगर ऐसा है तो सब कुछ मतलब this thing क्या बोलते हैं, be straightforward, be honest, and then look at all Chinese manufacturers. Now, why are you only targeting a few, right? And also don't forget that a lot of your phones, OnePlus is Chinese, Oppo, Vivo, they're all Chinese. iPhone is made in China. Samsung, now I think they make in India, but Samsung is Korean. So a lot of these guys are actually getting components from China. A lot of these brands are actually relying on China. All your electric scooters in India, all of the freaking electric scooters sold in India are actually Chinese scooters bought in India and rebadged. What do you think is Okinawa? What do you think are all these brands? They're all Chinese scooters which have been brought here, rebranded, and being sold. None of them have any R&D in India. None of them have any sort of manufacturing. Now, they might be doing CKD and all that stuff, but that's the short and short of the situation. I'm not supporting any brand. I'm always supporting Tata Motors. I've always supported Tata Motors. I think homegrown brand has huge potential. Unfortunately, their aggression and all is kind of very different from maybe newer brands which have entered. Maybe you can say MG and Kia and all those things. Their aggression is very different. Everyone has different ways of doing things, so you can't really compare in that sense. But I think the Harrier is a great car. Unfortunately, I've not got the opportunity of driving the new Harrier or the new Nexon or the new Tiago or the new Tigor, because Tata Motors doesn't have a car to give at the moment. So that's that. I think cars are waiting registration, and there's lockdown and all that stuff and all. Maybe I don't know what's happening. However, on the other side, Hyundai has been able to register. Okay, are we back, guys? Can you guys see me? Today F1 might not happen because there's a humongous chance of massive rain. Massive means massive rain, which might just happen today. So there's no surety if the Grand Prix is going to happen. The qualifying is going to happen. They might take practice time. They might do qualifying tomorrow morning. That's also an option. I honestly feel they should have done reverse grid. Would have been super cool. A-Cross is just copying homework here and there. I mean, it makes no sense. Why do you want to rebatch cars? इंडिया में तो फिर भी क्लांजा थोड़ी बहुत बिक गई. Abroad, zero बिकेगी A-Cross, zero. You take it from me in writing. No, not a single person will buy. Why you want to buy a duplicate? Why when you can get the original, yaar? Simple as that. Okay, I think AMG GT Black Series looks super cool. I'm just hoping that it actually produces 700 horsepower, not the same 570, because Mercedes is just so restricted. They're not increasing the power of their cars. I don't know why. What's wrong with them? Should you buy Venue? Yeah, I think Venue is a great car. It's worth buying. Tiago versus Freestyle Petrol. I've not driven the Tiago yet, the new one, and I think the Freestyle is a kick-ass car. So since I have no opinion on the Tiago yet, since I've not driven it, I can't recommend it to you. So I would say that go for the Freestyle. BS6 Passat, yes, I think Passat is a great car. It's a really underrated car. It's really very nice. And Tiago versus Swift. Again, since I've not driven the Tiago, I recommend the Swift. Although I think in terms of value for money, Swift is not really there. Where you get the cars you drive, that's a very interesting question. And I know this is a question which I keep getting again, time and again. And I'm sure the person who's asking is a new person on the channel. So I'll welcome you to the channel. I'll just suggest you go to fazbeam.com/FAQs. FAQs, you go there, and all the frequently asked questions ka answer I've already put, so don't worry about that. Espresso or Alto, I would suggest buy the Espresso. Alto is too old. You can install an aftermarket tachometer. I think there are a lot of these Chinese websites where it is the cheapest. Shipping takes longer, but you know, they have a lot of these Chinese websites where you can get stuff very cheap and reliable as well. I'm talking about aftermarket tachometers and all those things. Honestly, I've not used any of that, so I can't comment. But whatever I've heard from people, they said, you know, it's worked, it's reliable, and all those things. Karok, I will try and review when Skoda India decides that they should give cars to other people as well. All of you say that, you know, support Indian car brands. We should tell Indian car brands to support Indian YouTubers, Indian content creators first, because that's not something which they do. Do you know Mahindra doesn't work with Indian content creators at all? When I say I mean digital content creators. They are very restricted to certain section of the media. But anyways, I'm not here to bitch about them. It's their loss, not mine. Z4 or Mustang GT. Well, I would say the Z4 because the Mustang got a facelift and that has not come to India. And I don't think that they have Mustang on sale in India right now because I think they're exhausted all the units. Alto's G4 or Endeavor. Endeavor, I'm not driven new one. I can't really comment because the new engine's a big change as such. How do you find Mahindra service? Well, from what I've heard, service is not good. Okay, service is cheaper comparatively, but it's not really that great. Why are you sitting on the Creta all the time? So this is not the petrol Creta which I was driving now. It's a diesel Creta because I'm doing some tests and also some videos are being shot about the car. You know, I've not done a vlog on the diesel Creta in English, proper one, the POV one. So I'm planning to do that. So that's the reason I've swapped the diesel and the petrols. And I'll tell you something really honestly, okay? The petrol was obviously very much fun. It has more features. It's a turbo petrol engine. It's got state-of-the-art 7-speed DCT gearbox, paddle shifters. It's got drive modes, terrain modes, and it's so freaking cool in that sense. But me, as a person, I just love manuals. I think a manual gearbox is a manual gearbox. Is a manual gearbox. Obviously, a manual gearbox cannot be an automatic gearbox. So I just talk the right things. And it's amazing. I mean, driving a manual diesel is so much fun. It's no replacement for displacement. So, you know, there's no replacement for diesel. No matter what people say, diesels cannot be replaced. They are so freaking good. And that brings me to another topic which I wanted to discuss. Honda City, the new one. It's going to be priced around 1 lakh more than the outgoing model. I think this is too steep. And Honda will continue to price its car for a premium until and unless you guys stop buying premium priced cars which don't offer bang for the buck. Okay, if you're going to buy, you're like, theek hai. 1 lakh more, it doesn't matter, and all EMI mein nikal jayega. It's good for you. But if you want the market to change, you have to stop buying cars which you feel are overpriced and under equipped. Okay, you need to do that, because if you don't, why fix anything which is not broken? That's the way people look at it. Of course, I saw the last week's Austrian Grand Prix. Let's do one thing. Let's do a quick walk around. So this is the Creta diesel, and I absolutely love the alloys on this car. I think the alloys look really nice. I'm not talking about the Safari. That's just standing. Maybe that could be project car next. And I think red color looks pretty good. I don't know. It's called red or something. It's maybe called canary orange. I'm not sure. I'm really not sure about the color of the car. But the design has definitely grown on me with time. And somehow certain profiles, it looks really nice. Like, I like the way it looks from the side profile. I know people are going to comment that it's a love it or hate it design, and thanks Hush, I would say, yeah, probably you are right about that, without a doubt. But it all depends on how you get used to the design. There you can see the panoramic roof is super cool on the vehicle. It's really very nice. I love that for sure. And I almost have the sunblind always open, like almost always open in the car. And no, I'm not meeting Neha today. Let's do one nice shot with the car. Here we go. There is the Hyundai logo, and there we pan it like this, come to the headlight, and that's that. So, okay, this is an interesting question. What is a cheap rear wheel drive car in India? Why are we not getting it in India? Okay, that's a very nice question about rear wheel drive cars, and it's an interesting discussion actually. So just going to sit inside. We're going to discuss about that real quick. And here we go. That is so cool, the graphics and the way it comes. Come on. Okay, I've not turned on the car. Yeah, there it goes. Nice, cool stuff, huh? Very cool stuff. And I love the fact that TPMS is right in the center as well. So, pretty cool. Okay. Verna Turbo, I'll try and review soon. In fact, last night I had a dream that I'm driving the Verna Turbo. So that's the amount of demand is there for the Verna Turbo. I hope you guys like my jersey. It says MB. Now I want to tell you about rear-wheel drive cars. In India, most of the cars which are sold are front-wheel drives, including expensive Audi cars like the A3, A4, A6 as well, unfortunately. And front-wheel drive doesn't need traction control, because when you lose traction on a front-wheel drive car, what does traction control do? It intervenes and it cuts the power down and it prevents wheel spin. If you don't have traction control in a front-wheel drive car, all you're going to do is wheel spin, or you're going to understeer. All right, understeer you're going to do at the limit. You're not going to usually understeer in a front wheel drive car unless and until you're cornering very aggressively and you're too hot into the corner. So traction control makes absolutely no sense in the front wheel drive car. In a rear wheel drive car, it makes sense because if you get too much on the power and you drift, you slide, so you're going to get into a drift. And nobody wants to drift in traffic, okay, because obviously it's not safe. However, this is only mostly with higher powered, more powerful rear wheel drive cars. With normal rear wheel drive cars, they're not just going to get into drift. You have to take some effort to get them to drift. Now, which brings me to the question that in India, only two brands mainly do rear wheel drive cars, which is obviously Mercedes-Benz and BMW. Now, if someone wants to do drifting, they have only two options: Mercedes, BMW. These are expensive cars. And when you're doing, and someone who's never had like a chance to drift or is learning drifting and all, for that person to buy a Mercedes or a BMW is very difficult. Plus, even if he buys it, to actually practice on a Mercedes or a BMW also becomes difficult. So drifting is like an absolute far-fetched dream for us Indians. However, I was thinking, what if we can pick up some old cars and convert them to rear-wheel drive? I mean, it would require a lot of skills, a lot of R&D and all. That's something I was discussing internally also, that why don't we have rear wheel drive, like front wheel drive conversion to rear wheel drive? I don't know how many of you would be interested. Just let me know in the comment section below. Would you be interested if there's a kit which will convert your front wheel drive car to rear wheel drive? So yeah, go crazy drifting. That would be so cool, right? So I personally think that it doesn't make sense to buy Mercedes or BMW just you want to drift. How do you do that? That's the only way. So still trying to figure that out. Let me know how many of you are interested in getting your cars converted from front wheel drive to rear wheel drive with all the reliability, of course. And if you are, maybe let me figure out how that can happen and how we can do something as cool as that and go absolutely berserk, spinning the rear wheels and going sideways. And leave a comment below, guys. Comment section में लिख देना. So I'll also I'll put a poll or something like that, so get more idea about how many of you are interested to get your front wheel drives converted into rear wheel drives. And maybe it could be your own project car. You could decide, okay, what, I'll just buy a cheap ass Honda City 3rd generation for like 3-4 lakhs and get it converted to rear wheel drive, and within the maybe between for the cost of a premium hatchback, you would have a cool rear wheel drive car with good sound and great performance as well, which you can enjoy on the weekends. Makes more sense than buying a superbike. With superbike power you obviously cannot use. Now, obviously, a lot of these thoughts keep coming to my mind time and again, and I'm not too sure about how many are interested or what is the feasibility. I'll have to sit, understand how it works, what all needs to go in there, what will be the fun factor involved, and is it worth it. But we certainly get to that. Okay. VRS, I think, is an expensive car. Converting into rear wheel drive is cool and all that stuff, but the fun of the VRS is as it is. If you want to do rear wheel drive conversion, I think you need to pick up C segment sedans probably. Don't go beyond C segment, because D segment sedans are big in terms of size, so it doesn't make sense to convert them into rear wheel drive because they're like kind of soft, and then you'll have to work on the suspension also, get coilovers and work extensively on the suspension, the chassis and whatnot. But I'm hoping to get rid of a lot of misconceptions which people have about modifications in India with Project Car Series 2, Season 2, Project Car Season 2, which is going to be back really soon. Work is in progress, I kid you not. Work is in progress extensively. The car is under testing. We're testing it extensively. It's going to be back really soon. I don't want to, create hopes and expectations right now, but I'm hoping by the end of August or maybe around Independence Day, somewhere around that, probably we'll get Project Car Season 2 back, and it's going to be super exciting, super educative, super fun, and eye-opening as well. And on that expectation, guys, it's time to end this video. If you like this vlog, you know what you have to do. Give it the thumbs up, that's the like button, and also subscribe to the channel. I will see you guys in the next video real soon. Bye bye, take care, see you, and have fun on the weekends. And don't forget to watch the Austrian Grand Prix. Bye bye.